Okay, you're about to write your introduction, so I wanted to review introductions for academic essays. I know you've written some academic essays before, but we haven't done it yet this year, so I just wanted to give you some reminders. Now, common characteristics for an introduction may include setting a purpose. Yes, I know your purpose is you're in school, you're probably not writing this essay for fun. But what I mean for purpose or reason is why this topic, why is it important, what is at risk, who does it involve, what is the current discussion about? So what is currently happening and why should we be concerned about it? You provide some background information, such as an explanation of the history of the issue, key terms, current events related to the topic, anything that your reader needs to know about in order to understand your argument. And of course, your thesis. Your thesis answers the questions you're being asked and provides a focus for your paper. It narrows down the topic and basically tells your reader what area of the issue you will be focusing on. Something you might have been told before is that the thesis has to be at the very end of your first paragraph. However, you'll find as you write academic essays that your introduction might be a little bit longer than one paragraph. It might be two shorter paragraphs. In an academic essay, your thesis should be at the beginning of your essay. So if you have two shorter introduction paragraphs, go ahead and put the thesis in one of them, and we'll talk about that why. But your thesis should drive your paper, so it's important that it's towards the introduction of your paper. So we're going to look at an example prompt, and I'll take a second to read it. Prompt: write an assertive, thesis-driven academic essay in which you convince your readers that visiting the moon either is or is not worth the cost. You will support your informed position through the text provided in class, independent research, and by exploring counter-arguments. Completed essays will be 3 to 4 pages in length, include at least 2 texts provided in class, and at least 1 source you find during your independent research. Your final draft will follow MLA format, MLA citation, and include an MLA works cited page. So if that is our example prompt, take a look at this introduction and read the part in yellow. In 1969, America won a victory in the first space race when we landed on the moon. The second space race is well underway, and some are asking, should we revisit the moon? So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and select, does this explain the purpose or reason? Does it explain the background, or does it explain, or is it the thesis? What's really great about this introduction is it includes both a brief history of the space race and also includes current events and explains why this paragraph is even here. Why are we writing this essay? Because it talks about the first space race, it talks about America winning that by landing on the moon. The second space race is well underway, right? So that's why this issue is coming up again. And we're also talking about this issue because some people are questioning whether we should revisit the moon or not. So you notice that one sentence may fulfill many parts of the introduction, and that's okay. Let's take a look at another part of the introductory paragraph. The writer continues and says, the moon contains resources we need on Earth and will help develop technology that can improve life on Earth, but traveling there will have implications for the space environment and cost billions of dollars. So what do you think? Is this the purpose or reason for discussing this issue? Is this more background, or is this the thesis? So yeah, this is the background. It revisits the conversation of why might some people want to visit the moon again? Why do some people think we shouldn't visit the moon again? You'll notice that the writer does not go into depth. They kind of just mention the potential issues and they will explore those issues later in the paper. Let's look at another part of the example. Life on Earth should take precedence over environmental concerns for the moon. If the moon represents an opportunity to help life on Earth, we should take advantage of it while at the same time managing the negative impact we have on the moon environment by following the Artemis Accords. Now, clearly, this is the thesis, right? Because we haven't had the thesis yet. Now, what's good about this thesis is that it does directly answer the question whether we should visit the moon or not. But they didn't just say, yes, we should visit the moon, because that wouldn't be a strong thesis. They explained or gave a reason for why we should visit the moon. They said that life on Earth takes precedence over environmental concerns, and that if the moon represents an opportunity, then we should take it. However, they also did this really interesting thing, which said managing the negative impact we have on the moon by following the Artemis Accords. So their thesis not only answers the question, but also tells the reader what they are going to argue in their paper. They tell us that they are going to argue that the Earth takes precedence over the moon, and that they are going to argue we can explore the moon and have minimal impact on the moon if we follow these accords. So what does it mean when we say the thesis leads the way? Well, the thesis is not just a simple answer. As you get into college, the thesis is going to lay the foundation or is a roadmap for your argument. So the beginning of their thesis says, life on Earth should take precedence over environmental concerns for the moon. This tells the reader that the writer's going to have a paragraph or two or three about environmental concerns for the moon. So within our essay, we are going to have information about how traveling to the moon could pose some environmental issues for the moon. The second part of the thesis says if the moon represents an opportunity to help life on Earth. So that as a reader, I know that this writer is going to have some paragraphs about how visiting the moon can help life on Earth. So again, your thesis is laying out a roadmap for your essay. Let's look at the next sentence. We should take advantage of it while at the same time managing the negative impact we have on the moon environment by following the Artemis Accords. So notice now we're bringing in a new thing that we're going to talk about. This writer is going to talk about how we can take advantage of the moon, right? What we're going to get from it. However, I'm also going to have a paragraph about managing the negative impact by following the Artemis Accords. So obviously in this paragraph, I'm going to say what the Artemis Accords are. I'm going to discuss what they include and how they protect the moon or the space environment. So when I say, how can a thesis drive an essay? Basically what I'm saying is that your thesis not only tells the reader how you feel about the issue and not only answers the question, but it directs how you're going to organize your essay.